Let's talk about Two-Face. Sir Dixon says it was just last week you people defended Chioma for staying with Davido because of luxury bags and watches. Turnabout, turnabout. I understand. I would stay too. You know, there is nothing Davido buys for Chioma that Tubaba can't afford. Why is Two-Face and Annie always trendy? A lot of people believe that Annie should leave Two-Face, right? That if she's going to complain about that relationship, she should just leave. But this video today is why people are talking about this. I'm just gonna play it and then we'll talk about it.
Just one. So is that us? Are you talking about January or you're talking about men?
Can you guys hear?
Like that, a man would love a woman to hell. 100%. Or maybe he's somewhere. Yeah. His dick would just decide.
Wait. Let's go back. Let's rewind. Shout out to Tubaba. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Lord. Two-Face is one of the nicest human beings ever. If you've ever met him, I met him, and you know the kind of grace that it's not just regular. It's nice to his. It's not just regular. It's just nice to his fans, by the way. But there's something about him. I think everybody kind of testified to that as far as humility, you know. But I'm feeling like Annie is not really believing that. Annie is listening to the public a lot. Yeah, she's paying attention. But they're husband and wife, just so you know. Okay, they've been married for like 7 years, something like that. Let me go back. Okay, I want you to see Annie's face. Okay, let's go at it again.
Men are wired like that. A man would love a woman to hell. 100%. Or maybe he's somewhere. Yeah.
Look at Annie's face right here while Two-Face is talking. Right? It looks like she's active like this guy. No for my hand though. No for my hand. You better say the right thing, right? And Two-Face is that guy he doesn't really have that much opinion when it comes to anything outside of music. You barely ever see him say anything in public, right? But maybe it's starting to get to him. He wants to defend himself too, but Shalaye is a bastard. Nobody they win for Shalaye. Anyway, let's go.
Or maybe he's somewhere. Yeah. His dick would just decide something. No.
He said his dick would just decide something. He's trying to explain a man. Let's go back. A man will fall in love.
Men are wired like that. A man would love.
Men are wired like that. A man will love his wife to pieces.
A woman to hell.
To hell. Will love her.
100%. Or maybe he's somewhere. Yeah. His dick would just decide something. No, he's mine.
He said he's just somewhere, but his dick would just decide. Nathan, is this what you said to me?
Not his dick, it's not his own entity. How will you look at it? Yeah.
He said, however you look at it, whatever you want to say.
It's its own entity.
The subtitle there says, no, it's mine, not his dick. It's not its own entity. Semantics. But let's continue.
How will you look at it?
He said, hey, auntie, dick, mind, whatever you want to say, right? That's like, sell that to Uzo. It's like saying, no, empathy, kindness, like, however way you want to look at it, okay? I know what I'm trying to say here, okay? Right? I know what I'm trying to say, okay?
He will fuck. Even if he's married and he's committed.
He would just, you know what I'm saying? Somebody date, I should say. Right? Shout out to Dr. Shola. Because his dick would just stand up and trek to go and find women and just do what he want to do.
He will fuck about that person. He just wants to.
Wait. He doesn't care about that person that he's sleeping with. He's trying to make a point. Doesn't care.
Are you talking about January or you're talking about yourself? That's what he's
wife is confused. Wife is like, wait, are you talking about yourself? You're talking general. Isn't it obvious that he's talking generally? Is that not obvious enough? Right? Please, I need to hear your thoughts on this because me too, Sam, I'm confused now a little bit. Right? Is that not obvious enough that he was speaking in general, was generalizing, which I keep telling you, there's nothing wrong with generalizing. I generalize too. But generalized views need to stay where they are. I don't push against them. but I take them with a pinch of salt as well. I don't really make a big deal out of it unless you're being offensive and you don't realize it. Then I have to kind of like check you, right? Yeah. Let's see. In relationships, yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Do you agree with Two-Face so far, or no? Or you're like, this guy is Nyani dust?
Just want so is that us? Are you talking about generally, or you're talking about yourself? That's what is this what you believe, or you talk?
Why is the wife saying that you talk about generally, or you talk about yourself? To me, it's clear that he's talking generally, right? But the wife, why? Why is she like? Are you talking generally, or are you talking about yourself? What is the interest in that for her? Why does she want to know if he's talking generally or talking about herself? Why does he want? Why does she want to know? Right? What is in it for her? WIIFH. What is in it for her? What does she want to know? See, again, listening to people talk is one thing. Trying to understand where they're coming from is another thing entirely. That's a very difficult task. Okay? That's a very, very difficult task to engage. The easiest thing for you and I to say, yeah, she's right. She's right, right? If you think she's right, guess what? You are right.
Well, you're right.
If you think she's right, you're right. But that's not what I'm talking about. I want to know why. I think somebody just said it. Let me see. Yeah. Tima, she is triggered. She is triggered. Right? She's triggered. Being triggered doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean, but it's a good chance that you're going to create more wrong outcomes when you're caught up in your emotions at that level, right? But it's not even about her. I just want us to pay attention to the look on her face and how she's responding to this. The only thing you can control is how you respond to life events. So, hey, it's good stuff. Can men in the house testify to this? No, wait now. We'll get to that part. Wait. We'll get to that part. Nati says, you know, we married people have issues. Every small thing triggers us. It's real. This gets real. It gets real. Hit the like button, I beg. Hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let me get back to this video because there's more to it, right? Two-Face is talking to somebody else. Yes, you're my wife. You're sitting there. You know, you're being beautifully my wife. I'm giving my opinion on a topic. My opinion, okay? The assumption in an ideal perfect world should be this is not about me. I'm just giving an opinion. In an ideal world, right? In an ideal world, not necessarily in the real world, okay? In the real world, what you're looking at happening right now is exactly what will happen. Let's go on. Jesus, the way he said that.
Even if he's married and he's committed.
She said, even if he's married.
Give a fuck about that person.
He now said he wouldn't care about that person.
Just want
So is that us? Are you talking about generally, or you're talking about yourself? That's what is this what you believe?
No, that's not what she was asking. She said, even if he's married. That was the question she asked, unless they've edited that video differently. Okay? She asked a different question, but Annie want to ask her own question. She said, are we talking? Annie's like, that's what she's doing. That's what she's saying. Let's go back.
Even if he's married.
Jesus, I need to stop playing that before we get demonetized.
But he would not even give a fuck about that person. He just wants to.
So is that us? Yeah. Talking about generally, or you're talking about?
No. That was. Let's go back and see the question she asked the other lady. Okay, what's the question?
Even if he's married.
She said, even if he's married. How did even if he's married turn to? Listen to this.
And he's committed. Give a fuck about
and is committed.
that person. He just wants
So is that us? Yeah. Are you talking about generally, or you're talking about yourself? That's what is this
She said, are you talking about generally or you're talking about yourself? She said, even if it's, is that the same questions? Egbamio. Is that the same question? It's not the same question now. Okay, but I think we established the point that she's triggered at this point, right?
Do you believe, or you're talking about James?
It's what I believe.
He said it's what I believe, right? Just because he said that's what I believe doesn't mean it's moving that way, right? But we know, listen, relax. We know Two-Face history. That's not what I'm saying right now, right? But it's called history for a reason, right? Maybe even still moves that way. Who knows, right? There's a good chance it still moves that way. But anyway, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. He said that's what I believe about men. Okay, so that's what brought about this. I thought it would be a good topic. Let's decode, right? Let's open. Let's peel it back. Let's see, are men, because I'm guessing that women they can't just sleep with anything randomly just because the Kwekus just decide on his own, right? But somehow Two-Face is telling us that men operate this way.
But is that your you, or is that belief?
see Annie's face. Wait.
Belief.
Ha! Oh, more wahala day. I'm telling you. All right. So I know you guys want to know my opinion on this. I will give my opinion on it. But as usual, it's not going to be an opinion, right? It's not going to be just an opinion, right? It's something we have to unpack. There's a lot more to it. If one person believes this, right? If one person believes this, it's something that we have to kind of pay attention to, okay? I don't know what show this came out of, because it looks like it's some kind of reality TV show. That's a confessional room, and they're probably gonna give us more context to the conversation later on. But I think we kind of have enough that we can have a conversation around, right? Do you all think? I think so. So Tima says, allow men to answer this question. So what question, which one exactly? Is it that even if he's married, or are you talking about yourself or generalize? Which one are we talking about? Which of the questions? Are men wired differently? Are men different? Which one are we answering? Let me make sure I understand the question before I continue to the answer. If I my bet right, before I get blocked on my own show, right? Let me make sure we're on the same page. All right. Annie is fighting the battle she knew she can't win. Hey, voila. But yeah, let's talk about this. I think it's an interesting conversation that we can have, right? But before I give my opinion, okay, I'm actually gonna wait for. I want to know what you think. What were your personal response to what Two-Face just said? How do you feel? How do you feel about what he just said? Okay. How do you feel when it comes to the Kiriwa matter, particularly for men that are married? Okay, because I'm guessing to every one of us here, if he's not really married or committed, you're not really holding his feet to that kind of fire anyway, right? How do you feel about what Two-Face just said? What he said is that people's private parts have their own mind. Men's private parts have their own mind. Before he knew it, he would just, even though he loves his wife to hell, right? That's what he just said. As a man or a woman, how do you feel about that? What do you feel? What do you think? Right? It's potato about that. What are your thoughts around that? Right? If you're waiting for my opinion, I don't have like a one-liner opinion. I don't. Okay? My opinion is that there's a lot of Two-Face out there who think like that, and that's probably something you should pay attention to. Right? If there's a lot of Two-Face out there that think like that, this becomes a problem for all of us that we need to learn. It becomes a risk for all of us. We need to learn how to mitigate, right? Because obviously nobody, man or woman, wants to enter a relationship where somebody, their kweku is just kwekus, or their prick is just thinking for them, right? No one wants to be like that. But I guess the topic, to be fair, the topic is more so men. Are men like that and women generally not like that, right? Yeah, it's men wired differently when it comes to sexual self-control. Another good way to put it, right? Because when you say your kwekus or your prick, particularly the prick is thinking for you and it can just make this decision for you, can you that comes down to self-control, right? It does. And that's when it comes to this one aspect of life, is it self-control that women have that men don't have? Is it that simple? Is this self-control that women have that men don't have? Right? We're generalizing. But let's have the conversation. Is it self-control that women have that men don't have? Is it that simple? Yeah. To me, Tupac was yarning. Tupac, okay, you mean Tubaba? Tupac, Tubaba was yarning Okpata. He was making excuses for himself, but I am not a man. So no, it's okay. Give me your thoughts, right? Is it that women have more self-control? Is that what we're talking about? Let me play it again so you can hear it, because
men are wired like that. A man would love a woman to hell.
100%.
Or maybe he's somewhere.
Yeah.
His dick will just decide something.
No, he's mine, not his dick. It's not his own entity.
Okay, however you look at it. He will fuck.
he was
Even
adamant.
if he's married
But he
and he's
will not
committed.
even give a
However
fuck
way you
about
look
that
at
person.
it.
He just wants
So
to
is
suck.
that us? Yeah, are you talking about generally or you're talking about yourself? That's what
Is
she's
this
trying
what
to
you
ask.
believe or you're talking about gender?
It's what I believe.
But is that you or is that belief?
She still didn't get the answer she wanted. Wait, let me stop
Are
it.
wired like that.
Okay, let's
A
play it
man
again.
would love a woman to hell.
100%.
Or maybe he's somewhere.
Yeah.
His dick will just decide something.
No, he's mine,
He will
not his
fuck.
dick. It's not his own entity.
Okay, however you look at it. He will fuck.
Even if he's married
But
and
he
he's
will not
committed.
even give a fuck about that person. He just wants
So
to
is
suck.
that us? Yeah, are you talking about generally or you're talking about yourself? That's what
Is
she's
this
trying
what
to
you
ask.
believe or you're talking about gender?
It's what I believe.
But is that you or is that belief?
Men are wired.
Yeah. Let me see what you said, Tima. This is let's have the conversation, because I think I don't the fact that you guys are not giving me your opinions fast enough, because I know when you're ready to give your opinion, you give it fast. It's given, okay? It's given. That tells me that it's much more complicated than. But I don't feel anything regarding to what he said, but I know one thing for sure. My next be sure, be self-disciplined, or he can walk. I refuse to be anyone's emotional radio. Wahala. Women have more self-control. This is not even up for argument. Oh, so it is self-control that is the issue. That's what you're saying, okay? Self-control is the issue. You are agreeing with Two-Face, essentially, right? That self-control is the issue. Is that what you're saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because it sounds like you're agreeing with Two-Face, right?